Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What episode is this, Bernie?
47.
This is not the 47th episode. What is it? Do I have to look it up?
37, I think.
Tonight we have a Indian man on the podcast.
We have a beautiful trans woman on the podcast.
But Bertie, you have to be respectful today.
Yeah, I'll be respectful.
You have
Please
to. I know.
respect my pronouns.
Yeah, he's not very respectful. I'm sorry, but we have. What do you like to be called?
Yeah, I'm the most respectful person here.
No,
Don't
that's
trust
not
Paul.
true. What do you like to be called?
You can call me Dagny.
Dagny. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that word, Bertie?
She wants to be called Dagny.
Dagny.
Did I pronounce it right?
Like her,
Dagny?
like her name on Discord.
Is that her real name? What does
That
that
is my
mean?
name. It means new day in Danish, actually.
Are you Danish?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is the 30th episode of the podcast. Have you listened to this before?
I haven't, no.
That's probably why you
I'm
agreed.
so glad.
That's why you agreed to come on.
Oh, no.
But this is we do like a little weekly thing, and it's not really a serious podcast. It's more just people talking and Bertie like sexually harassing them.
I've never
that's
sexually harassed anyone.
Bertie's a very freak, you know.
Wait, you sexually harass the men?
No, we only have female guests on.
Oh, you really? You only have female guests?
I would never sexually harass a man. I'm only into women.
How respectful.
I just want to make that clear that I'm only into women. Thank you.
So you don't ever sexually harass Paul?
No, I would never
That's
do that.
okay. He does do that.
Paul gets sexually harassed by women all the time. He doesn't need me to do that.
That's not true. I'm an incel.
I saw a video of you touching feet, and I was
Yeah,
so
those are
disgusted.
guys' feet.
Was that a
Feet?
guy's feet?
Mhm.
Did you put them in your mouth?
That's not for the podcast to talk about.
Wait, why was there a video of you touching a man's feet?
No, they weren't men's feet. They were girls' feet.
Was it your feet?
No, it was not.
Was it
not
Dagny?
Dagny's feet. But
It
anyway,
was not my feet.
people. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But anyway, people know you as Radfem Hitler.
Radfem Hitler, yes.
Radfem Hitler. And why is that? Why do you have that name?
What does that mean?
Yeah, originally it wasn't my name on Twitter, and I just kind of came into it because I was making this, tweet about how, white nationalist, misogynist types think eugenics is really based. But
That's
then,
Bertie. Bertie's white nationalist.
You think it's based? I don't think it's based.
well, so they think it's based, right? But then they cry a lot about hypergamy, but, hypergamy is literally just a eugenics program run by nature.
What is hypergamy again?
Women dating up, right? Wanting the best men. So I just thought it was funny that there's kind of that contradiction there. And then I made this joke that Hitler was obviously a radical feminist because he's pro eugenics, meaning he's pro hypergamy, and thinks that women improve the race, basically. So that's where Radfem Hitler came from.
So it just kind of
stuck.
you're basically saying you're pro Hitler.
Yeah. Do you like Hitler?
You're a big fan of Hitler. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
Because that's another thing about our podcast is we've had 30. This is the 30th episode, and
You're our first white nationalist.
every
guest.
single guest on our podcast always says they love Hitler.
They love Hitler. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we booked them.
I see.
This is kind of like a Hitler podcast.
It's a Hitler
This
podcast.
is the Hitler podcast.
Yeah, it's that's kind of the topic of discussion. So I hope you
just bring on random women to talk about Hitler.
Yeah, it's my attempt to find love.
I've been trying to get a woman to show me her big feet.
You like women with big feet?
Yeah, they need big, clean, pretty feet.
No,
Do
it's
you have
supposed to be
big,
soft,
clean, pretty feet?
Yeah,
but the bigger women without big feet are not worth it to me.
A
woman is entirely valued by her feet.
Feet.
You can tell a lot about a woman by her feet.
Well, I guess you want a sturdy woman, right? You want
a really sturdy woman.
Yeah, Bertie's a bit overweight, so he wants a woman who can stand in the kitchen for a long time. He wants a woman who can stand by the stove.
Adds up.
Yeah.
He
wants someone with sturdy feet. Yeah. For me, like, I'm anorexic, so I just want.
I want a bodybuilder.
I want a weak woman.
You want a weak woman that you can handle.
Yeah, so you can't beat me up. I don't want to get beaten up. But no, the reason I wanted to have you on was because you're one of the few people that, like, at this point, like, I actually enjoy, like, reading what they're saying because it's actually funny.
Thank you, Paul. I very much enjoy your tweets. I often will go, because you tweet a lot. I'll go visit your Twitter, your page to go see what you've been up to. You tweet a lot about demons and such, and I enjoy that content a lot. Mm-hmm. So you've got your own brand going on, and I appreciate it's called being, like, mentally ill. Right. Yeah. Well, but that's what I appreciate on Twitter. Like, I appreciate anyone who's doing their own thing, and they're not, like, sounding like everyone else, even if I don't quote agree with them. Like, I talked about before. Why I've defended Logo Daedalus many times for the same reason. Oh,
I'm a big fan of him because
I love Logo.
Yeah, because he'll like everything he says. Whenever I agree with it, I wish I didn't agree with it because the way he says it is so bad.
I know, but I appreciate what he does for the timeline. Unfortunately, he blocked me, so that's very sad.
But that's because you're working for Peter Thiel, aren't you? And you're an Indian man.
He really thinks that. Yeah. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe he bought that.
Yeah, that's another thing you have to realize. Like so I talk about, like, demons and, like, stuff that shows that I'm obviously deranged. But, like, most people in, like, my circles and people that, like, have been doing, like, Twitter online stuff, like, as long as I have, are, like, legit, like, psychotic at this point.
Yeah.
Like, paranoid schizophrenics that don't have the excuse of the genetic component. It's just, like, they sat on their computer for too long and then they became insane. So you're like to them, you're like an Indian man who works for, what do you work for again?
I think I work for, quote, venture capital.
I know that company. Yeah.
No, like a like a venture capital phone that's, like, funding doxing circles or something.
Yeah, because I funded that.
One thing I realized,
personally funded that doxing circle.
Yeah, Birdie's
it was
a
very
big funder. Yeah, no, that's the thing I realized is that, like, the government really cares a lot about Twitter users.
Yeah, they really do. You guys are so important.
Yeah, and it's like, if they don't, like, keep us down, we're gonna overthrow the government.
I mean, we'd literally be, like, raising Hyperborea today if they weren't, you know.
Yeah, if they didn't have drama, if they didn't push drama and, like, make anti-men tweets on the internet.
Exactly.
Now, Birdie's a big feminist.
Yeah.
And the thing about
probably the biggest feminist here.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about pound wise. We're talking about, like, ideology wise. But he's doing that because he's trying to get laid, and I was telling him I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I decided, you know, being a bodybuilder was too hard, so now I'm just going to be a feminist and get a woman to love me by abusing her mentally.
Okay.
Do you think Birdie should be a feminist, or do you think he should be a bodybuilder?
I think you should just.
Or should I be a twink? A twink feminist.
I'm twink pilled.
Are you twink pilled?
Yeah.
This explains. You see, I read your mind.
She just said that, Birdie.
Did you miss this on the timeline yesterday? I got.
Birdie, do you follow her? Do you follow Radfem?
Yeah.
Do you follow?
I follow her on 5 accounts.
On 5 accounts.
Yeah.
That way, if you block him on one, he can switch up to the next strategy on the other one.
I actually have a, like, no blocking policy, really.
Okay.
I only block people if they threaten me.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that you like to be threatened?
No, I block people if they threaten me.
That's called a shit test, Brittany.
Yeah.
That's why you need to have the 5 accounts.
Yeah, she needs to be afraid at all times. That's how my relationships with women are. They need to be afraid at all times.
Sounds like you read a lot of Pua stuff.
Yeah. Are you a pickup artist, Birdie?
Yeah, I'm a pickup artist stuff. Yeah.
Birdie actually ghost wrote for Roosh V a lot.
Rouge?
Yeah.
Ew.
Birdie's
Rouge,
like,
you know, Rouge is basically an incel, right? Like, he had, in
I'm
order
an
to, like,
incel.
get laid at all, he had to, like, go to poor countries and then hit on, like, hundreds of women until one would finally go back with him, and then he would still have to, like,
me in the
pressure
Dominican
her
Republic.
into it. Like he didn't never had any game. He just
That's what I need to do. I need to go. I go to like poor neighborhoods in New York, and I find like women who are like prostitutes, and sometimes they'll even turn me down.
The prostitutes
It's hard
for
being
what?
white.
I'll like find prostitutes in like the poor areas of like New York, and then I'll try to pay them for sex, but I'm such an incel, they'll turn me down even then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really tragic.
Yeah, it is. And I tell them I run a Twitter account, and they're like, "What's that?" Like I like crack. I don't know about the internet.
Well, you should tell them your follower count.
Yeah. That's one day I'm gonna get suspended, and all the women that talk to me are just gonna like forget I exist. And
I'm
Yeah,
surprised you
hey,
haven't been suspended.
Hey, do you want to pose for an Instagram photo, baby? You want to take a video for me, baby?
then like, oh, you got
Yeah.
suspended last week. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have any clout anymore.
Yeah. No, I met one of your friends the other night.
You did, yeah. And
Yeah.
I briefly saw you on FaceTime.
Yes, and I yelled something at you. I forgot what I yelled. I think it was, "What's
I
up?"
don't
or something like
remember.
that.
The N-word.
Yeah. No, I
Probably
didn't do that.
not.
That's what she yelled.
She yelled
No,
it, and then
I-
we hung up on her because it was so offensive. But yeah, why didn't you go to the showing of the Incel movie?
Yeah, well, my mutual who was like, there, and her friend was like running the whole thing, was like, you should come, but it was like very last minute, and I literally just got back home
Yeah.
like a couple days prior to that, and like I haven't even finished unpacking. But I was very tempted to. I love Alex Jones, and obviously I would have gotten to meet a bunch of Twitter people.
To be
And I
honest,
love New
the only
York.
reason I went there is because I thought you were gonna go.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
so sad.
that's so sweet.
Yeah, I was so like depressed the whole time.
Yeah, I wish I had gone. It sounded like so much fun. It's just
It was.
It was just too. I was too back and forth with everything, and I just got.
What were you doing at the time?
What?
What were you doing at the time?
Why?
I've just been I've just been traveling basically. I was in New York
Oh.
for like a week last month,
Mhm.
and then I was in the South for a couple weeks, and I just got back to the Midwest. So
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
not
you're
want
like
to
a
fly all the way
traveler.
back to New York like last minute, basically.
Yeah. You go to like the city, and then you realize like this is why I don't like the city, and
No, I love New York.
you love New York. For me,
I
I'm just a
do.
country kid, so there's too many big buildings. It's too scary. I look up and I get vertigo, and I like start to cry and stuff. It's very scary to me. But
Do
yeah,
you live
no,
in the city?
no, I live
Do you-
I live upstate. I live
Oh, you live okay.
yeah, near the mountains and the cows and that sort of stuff.
So you came down for the
For the event, yeah.
event.
Yeah, no, I thought it would be nice to meet a bunch of people like that, like I've known but haven't like seen, and then also
I thought you got kidnapped.
yeah, Birdie thought I got kidnapped. By, like, a
You
black
sent me
person.
you sent me a picture of you with like a really like buff looking black person.
Yeah, that was the guy we had.
What?
On the podcast.
Like
There's
multiple like black men, like bodybuilder type black men, like him, multiple like he was in a chair and there was like 5 like muscular black men behind
Were
him.
you getting black?
no, it was there's this one black guy that we had in our podcast. He does like crypto stuff, Ver Laloon, if you've heard of him.
Yeah, the French guy.
I know Bears.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was with us when I met your friend, and
Yeah.
and he was, I took a picture with him to send to Birdie because I wanted Birdie to see him, and then Birdie sent back to me. He's like, "Who is that? Why are you with a black man? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the guy we had in our podcast." But yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely interesting because it was like there's so many Twitter people and there were so many.
Yeah.
It was like so many mentally ill people there, pretty much.
It seemed
Yeah.
like so many Twitter people went to this, and that's why I'm so sad I missed it. But
Yeah, it's like being in the psych ward again.
I
Paul's
bet.
having flashbacks.
Yeah,
What if
no,
it
the
was like
psych ward is
Hunter?
cooler. The psych ward had cooler people.
My friend who you met there, she told me that she overheard someone discussing me at the after party. I think
Yeah,
they were debating whether or not I'm a white nationalist.
Yeah,
You
I
are
told
a
them
white
you
man.
were. I told them they have my word of honor that you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We wouldn't
They
have
said,
you on this podcast if you weren't a white nationalist.
right. You have to love Hitler to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have to
that's
love
true.
Hitler and send me pictures of your feet to be on this podcast.
I have not sent feet pictures.
Yeah, don't send him feet pictures. He does creepy stuff with them.
No, I don't.
But yeah, no. So I was gonna say, what's your Twitter thing? Did you plan on becoming a hated person on the internet, or is that just something that?
I literally just had frustrations because I had been involved in the right for a very long time, like since. Oh gosh,
since David Duke was in the KKK.
No, since like 2012, I got involved in I was in like libertarian politics, and then all the libertarians kind of became like, you know, ethnic Trumpists.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been like involved with those people, you know, for I guess almost a decade, and I just got sick of their shit.
Yeah,
and I just literally went on Twitter just to I don't know, to bitch into the void. I didn't think anyone would see anything or care. And yeah, I just sort of became this infamous person, and I never expected when I started tweeting like in January that BAP would be talking about me in his Telegram channel, telling people that I am a Fed who's paid $30K a year.
Are you a Fed?
Right-wing spaces.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a Fed.
She is. I was actually.
How do we know that you're not a Fed?
She literally was at the thing in the city, and we went
Taking pictures.
Yeah, we went to the FBI's local office, and she tried to recruit me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's the thing. The thing I like about your tweets or whatever, how stupid that sounds, is it's like you're in a similar place to me where it's like, all right, like you guys have been saying XYZ for like years, and there's like no personal growth or no like the thing with the election and the voting and the, you know, fraud or lack of fraud or whatever. It was like people talking about how, oh, this is the end if blah 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 happens, and it happened, and you know, we're gonna do this and this if it happens, and it happened. And nobody did anything, and
of course not.
Yeah, and they're still talking, and it's like, so is this just like a social club now?
Yeah, they're there to whine. It's that's why they don't need freaking Feds in there to quote come into Twitter to sow discord. Twitter in all these social media spaces are there as like a containment pen for you people. Like you just get out all your shit yelling into the void on the internet, and then you feel like you've done something when you haven't. And so there's no need for Feds to be actually there. The existence of the internet and social media itself is enough.
Yeah, and there's so much paranoia and like psychotic people that like if anybody is doing well or anything, they'll be like dragged down by somebody else. And it's just like, oh, you're a Fed. No, you're a Fed. Yeah, it's a bunch of insane people in like an insane asylum, and there's nobody there left anymore.
No. It's just constantly accusing each other of being Feds, being Jews, being XYZ. It's a zoo.
Yeah, you know who we need to take down most of all?
Who?
Mr. Hank Chill. He's my prime directive.
Is he Jewish?
Hank Chill. Who's this?
Yeah, he was our podcast.
Will you, Radfem Hitler, help me take down Hank Chill?
Is he a feminist?
No, he's evil.
Okay.
We need to take him down. Will you help me?
He loves Hitler.
Will you help me destroy him?
I will, since he's not a feminist.
He hurt me. We need to take him down.
I don't think. Are you familiar? You're probably not familiar with Birdie at all, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not. Who are you on Twitter?
I'm no one.
You don't have a Twitter account?
No, Birdie has a Twitter.
I'm nowhere and everywhere.
He's the guy that replies to some of your tweets like, I'll protect you, and something like that. He has like the yellow cartoon avatar.
Who are the people that reply on your tweets that are like, sometimes if I respond to a tweet, someone will be like, a guy will be like, stay away, he's a mine, or something. Is this Bird?
No, it's probably a bunch of girls, you know.
It's definitely a dude.
I probably have like every woman in the world in love with me at this point.
It's true.
Do you disagree?
Do I disagree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's impossible for like any guy to pull off.
What if they were a twink? Then all women, that's the real red pill. Becoming a twink.
Well, not all women are.
Yeah, women want a man who looks like a child, like a little boy. It activates their maternal instinct.
Look,
Mommy,
women
give
have
me your
always
milk.
been into twinks, but like not all women. But that has definitely been an archetype that's always been popular and been a thing.
I'm like a little boy who needs milk.
Stop. Timothy Chalamet is nothing new. Like if you look in the '90s, all those little boys that were they're not boys, they're adults, but they just looked very young, like Leonardo DiCaprio. They were all very twinky, and those were all the heartthrobs at the time. Like it's nothing new. Obviously there are many women who like a built sort of guy.
Yeah, like a slave, like a field slave, like one of somebody who's gonna carry people around and like put people on their shoulders and carry them around like a beast of burden.
Right.
I can be both. I'm like the built twink.
Built twink. Oh, is that like slim thick for men? Built twink.
I don't know what that means.
You know what slim thick is?
Birdie doesn't know much. He's Puerto Rican, so he's
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, this isn't even his first language, actually.
He doesn't have an accent. I don't believe this.
Are you attracted to Puerto Rican men? Are you attracted to Puerto Rican twinks?
Birdie.
I need to know.
Birdie, you need to.
I don't even believe you're Puerto Rican. You sound like just a white boy.
I'm sorry.
I'm Puerto Rican, actually.
No, Paul. I've seen you.
I'm Dominican.
White. You are definitely not Dominican. Dominicans are like black. They're like Afro.
Girls call me Papi.
I'm black.
You're definitely not black.
They call me Papi Chulo.
Papi Chulo?
Yeah, can you call me Papi Chulo now?
That's
my new name.
We'll most definitely not be referring to you as Poppy anything.
It's over, guys. Ladies and gentlemen,
this podcast was actually Birdie's last chance to get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
wow.
is the last chance before I...
Wait, is he getting shot tomorrow?
No, he's going to kill himself. Because he doesn't
Is he always going to kill himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's tried all the soul bra tips and he's gone to the gym.
I've tried to stun my balls. I have testicle cancer now.
Semen retention.
What's that? Is that where you drink your own semen? Is that the soul bra technique? Soul bra is like drinking his own semen. And
I think he might
super powerful.
No. Well, there was just a funny thread today about semen retention again, and the logical conclusion seemed to be that you should be like guzzling cum. Because
it has like 60 times the vitamins.
But he luckily ended the thread saying this is obviously not for consumption. It only.
That's like when you buy like research chemicals off the internet and it says not for consumption, for lab testing. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Yeah, no, it's Birdie's big into the right wing esoteric bodybuilding stuff. He's going out naked, sunning his testicles.
You're sunning your balls.
Yeah.
I put jalapeno sauce on my testicles to make them stronger.
I bet that works. That seems like a old timey like Latino secret or something.
That's why Birdie has so much like flavor.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
That's why it's so much vril.
Yeah.
Do you want to taste my vril?
Why don't you have a girlfriend then if you're like putting peppers and shit on your balls?
I'm an incel and I'll never be loved ever. It's over for me.
Would you say it's more attractive for a guy to say he's a pickup artist or say he's an incel?
Oh God. I really
anything
don't know.
I do. That's what's attractive.
They're both awful. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of the same.
They are kind of the same. Incels, pickup artists are just incels that lie about it.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's really the difference here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm an incel and a pickup artist.
You're a fake cell.
No, I'm not a fake cell. But
yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Like you can only, what you're doing right now is good, but like eventually you're gonna get tired. Are you gonna release a book? Are you gonna Radfem Hitler's book on why men suck?
Book. People
I would buy
telling me that, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm just here to tweet. People have told me, "Oh, write a book or something, or do a podcast," and I'm like, I'm not here to like quote grift or I don't know. I literally just came here to complain and whine because that's
what Twitter's for. Yeah.
I think women should be complainers personally. It's very Lindy and it's good for society.
Just
women who complain are so sexy.
I agree. It is very sexy. Men wouldn't do anything if women weren't bitching at them. So kind of necessary.
I don't know about that.
It's true.
To me, when
It's
women start whining, I start getting angry, you know? I start to freak out. I start to lose my cool. Later in that night, your friend can tell you, I literally just like, I lost my mind, just started attacking people.
What?
Yeah, I got, because there was women whining, so I just started beating down people at the party. It was actually really cool.
You were fighting people at the party.
I took down like 5 to 6 people at the party.
Yeah. I don't think this happened.
No, it did. And
No, you
ask your
didn't.
friend. I did, Birdie.
What do you mean take them down?
I think she would have told me if you got into a fist fight with like 5
I
people.
told her, don't tell anybody you saw this. Because I didn't want anyone to be scared of my fighting capabilities. Because I took Taekwondo as
You know
a child.
Taekwondo?
Yeah. So I swept their legs and then I slammed their head against the cement until one of their brains just splattered across the pavement.
Okay, you actually killed them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy it didn't show up on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like 2 or 3 people I killed. The other ones got off with just a coma.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, what part of New York City were you in when you were in the city?
We were staying in Brooklyn. Like in Bed-Stuy.
Okay, it's like the hipster area.
No, it's like the
Gross.
fucking ghetto.
So you're like in the rich like government agent hipster area.
We were like in the freaking ghetto. Our Airbnb was super nice though. It was just we were literally the only white people in the area. Like literally the only white people.
Did you get scared when you were surrounded by the minorities?
I was fine.
Did you feel under
no.
attack?
We were literally fine until like the very last night when we heard like 6 gunshots go off down the street.
That's awesome. That was me actually.
So that was kind of funny. But no, I mean, we were safe. Nothing happened.
I should get a gun.
Do you think men are more attractive when they carry around guns and they shoot them off in random directions?
Do you think
No.
twinks who carry guns are attractive?
Yes. Twinks should all be armed.
What type of?
I'm writing this down.
This is our chance. We don't really talk to women often, so this is our chance.
Yeah, this is my first time talking to a woman in 6 months.
Oh, wow. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing great.
The question is, how are you doing? Has Birdie made you uncomfortable?
No, he's harmless.
Do you want me to deal with him? I can take him off the call right now. We can just be us together.
He's good.
Because if he's
more
scaring
than
you,
good.
I love to deal with jerks.
I'm okay with his little Puerto Rican ass.
All right, it's big. It's not little though.
What?
It's big. It's not little.
I thought he was twinky.
No, he lied.
Or no, you
to
said he was fat.
Yeah, he's fat.
Which one is it?
He's like
Is he
500.
fat?
Don't listen to him.
He's like 500 pounds.
Don't listen to Paul.
Are you a twink or are you fat, Bird?
I'm a fat twink.
Fat twink. Okay.
I guess you could call me a Twinkie.
No.
No, I thought you said you were a built twink, which is like
Yeah.
slim thick for men.
Like 500 pounds.
How tall are you, Birdie? He's
I'm
500
6
pounds,
foot.
7'3".
I'm 6 foot.
That
I'm
means
7
you're 5'11".
I'm 8'5". Thank you.
6
if she's
feet means
asking-
you're 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
5'11".
I'm 6'1". That's because I'm actually 6 foot. So I just say 6'1" to mess with the guys who are actually 6 foot just like me. So then they see like that.
Wow.
Hmm.
You think you're funny, Paul?
Yeah, I think I'm funny. Yeah. So you were in like New York City and you left because it was horrible.
No.
And you hate people in New York City. You're saying.
She was like,
No.
"Oh, I hate them. So many minorities. in
I
this
love it
city.
there. I want to go back
This
very soon.
disgusting city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do hate
disgusting black creatures."
No,
but
we had a very good time.
Mm-hmm. But how do you have a mind? That's one thing that's surprising. You're like a female who has like a functioning mind, you know?
Oh,
You know,
wow.
That's a very rare thing I found. It's
I
not
don't-
even just a woman thing. For guys too, it seems to be the
I think that's just kind of rare in general, right? Like,
yeah.
I think you need to be like a little bit mentally ill,
Do you have demons?
I'm a lot mentally ill.
organically, like mentally ill.
Are you possessed by demons too?
A demon? No, I think I was just kind of an autistic kid. I had like OCD,
Just like me.
but I think I was just kind of like an autistic sort of kid.
That explains so much.
Yeah. That's why I took
Are you a
German.
Virgo?
I am a Virgo.
That
yes.
explains so much.
Yeah, I am.
I guess your friend's zodiac sign while we were eating.
Really?
She freaked out, yeah.
You're very good at this.
Yeah, that's because I'm like a gay man, so I really know a lot about astrology.
You're fruity.
Yeah.
I don't even know all of them.
I
don't
always
know,
tell
yeah.
Bears he's very fruity.
No, he was alpha. Him and I were having a good time, and
he's fruity. He's Dominican. He literally has to be fruity.
no, he was alpha.
No, not all Dominicans are fruity.
Every Dominican man is fruity. Everyone, you ask any Latino, they will tell you this.
Mm-hmm. No.
Dominican men.
You don't think I'm fruity, do you?
I don't know yet.
You're still assessing me.
Yeah,
She's still seeing if she
Yeah,
likes it or not.
she's still writing down the FBI file on there.
Oh, that's so funny.
She just DM'd me. Where do you live?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I believe
did.
that.
Where do you work, Birdie?
Yeah, Birdie, I'm unemployed.
Birdie, what is your profile picture? Like, what is that creature?
La criatura.
No, he's definitely not that.
Mm-hmm. It's la cultura.
Does it remind you of something?
It's,
Do you have, it's so like
not
a little
really.
cow.
He does not remind me of anything. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from that Pikmin game. It's like a child's game.
No, it's not.
It's a child's game that Birdie still plays.
I don't play Pikmin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch My Little Pony?
Yes, I'm a twink who watches My Little Pony. How could you know so much about me? I watch My Little Pony in Spanish.
No, I feel like all the
I can try to get your
the bronies
affection.
aren't twinks. The bronies are all like fat. Like
Oh.
they're like these like really fat guys.
Mhm.
With, you know, they're very awkward.
Mm-hmm. Now
And
you
he's
know.
super fat.
You know, Logo listens to this podcast. That's where he gets all his ideas to tweet.
He rips all of his stuff off.
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah. So like everything he's ever said is from this podcast. So
Logo, please unblock me.
So like yeah, I was thinking if you could have some like positive affirmations for him, he might unblock you.
I mean, I literally was praising him, and he like blocked me right after that.
Mhm.
So it was very upsetting.
And you just hate
That's
Compa.
strange.
You're like
no, I like Logo more. Campbell's still funny to me. He's definitely still entertaining. Like the memes that have come out.
the stuff making fun of him.
Yeah, the stuff making fun of him has been honestly invaluable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's you like him because people can make fun of him a lot.
Well, he's just, he's like a treasure trove for this sort of stuff. Like the whole, every time I see someone like in an argument or something, and they'll be like, okay, well, define floor, like it's because he's just always says that, like, well, define lemons. Like, it's just something like absurd, and I think that's so funny. Like, every time I see that, I crack up, or every time I see like that Jabba the Hutt picture of him and Logo.
That's not very nice. That's not very body positive of you to be doing this.
Sorry, but it's really funny.
So you're a fan,
bad.
just not like a supportive fan, like a hater fan.
Yeah, well, okay, so Campbot, like my early days on Twitter before, like very, very beginning.
When you were first starting out at the agency.
When I first started, I didn't have like really any followers, and I just had a few mutuals I interacted with.
It was just you and me.
Yeah, just you and me. I used to just like reply to Campbot's stuff, try to piss him off, and get into arguments with him. Because like Logo doesn't really, he doesn't respond to me. He never has.
He's busy reading. He's busy reading imaginary books.
He's too busy reading, yes.
Yeah.
But Campbot would many times, and it was really funny. Like, I don't know, pissing him off. And then eventually he just blocked me because he blocks like a lot, obviously.
He blocked me too, yeah.
So he blocked me pretty fast. So that was sad. Yeah. Although now that I have a new account, I'm not blocked on it. So
yeah, it's interesting to watch like that, like that era of people. Like I'm from that the same circles and same like time of getting on Twitter and talking about stuff. But it's like most people in those circles have legit gone crazy at this point. Like just psychotic.
I've noticed.
How long do you think it takes someone to actually like go crazy on that side of Twitter?
I think it's
doing what they do.
Well, I think it's like
something. Seems to only take a couple of years.
Yeah, 3 to 4 years.
Yeah,
because it's like I think especially with this group of people, it's like they came on with the idea they were going to do something and like achieve something, and there's very few people who have done that. So it's all of a sudden you're looking back and you're near your 30s and you're like, what just happened? What did I just spend hours every day doing?
I know, on freaking Twitter.
Yeah. And what are your tips for the people who feel like they're losing their mind on the internet to do, you know?
Literally, like, log off. I don't know.
What are some esoteric tips about Saturn?
Saturn?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so that's the thing about, like, it's funny that Logo's always going on and about, like, the internet is, like, this demonic entity and all this stuff. Right. And he got into it with Rune, who's, like, a tech bro Twitter account. And he does, like, AI or something, and he's like, do you know what you are doing? Like, he's just freaking out at him for, like, working with that. And it's like, Logo, you literally spend all day, like, on here being subjected to the algorithm. Like, you think it's demonic, and yet you are on Twitter all day. Like, he has thousands of tweets.
He looks kind of like Anton LaVey, you know, with his goatee.
Oh God.
So he's trying to his game is playing. He's calling these things demonic, and then at the end he's gonna be like, and I'm in control of it because I'm like Satan.
He seems to think that. He's obviously not, because he does seem like closer and closer to like
insanity,
like a break, like a mental breakdown. Especially like the past month or so, it's just been very. You can just like watch it happen in real time. People. Yeah, I know. He's like addicted to Adderall, from what I've heard.
He should send me his Adderall instead of taking it. He should give it to me, and I'll dispose of it. There was
this stream he was on with a bunch of people, and I remember someone sent me like a clip on it, and he was just like, I don't know. He just looked so like tweaked out. Like he was just like shaking and rambling, and
he's demon possessed.
He's on too much Adderall. Like he's literally going nuts.
I need Adderall. Adderall would save me. Adderall would save my life.
Do you have executive dysfunction?
Everything.
Bertie doesn't even know what that means. He's just like, yep, I have that.
Everything is not working.
Everything? Are you able to wash your ass?
Why are you thinking about my ass?
It's just a key symptom of executive dysfunction. All these men with unwashed asses have it.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, I have an unwashed
men don't
ass.
wash their butt.
That's horrible. I need a woman to do that for me. I need a woman to do that for me. I'll lay out on like a porch and look at the bucket of water.
Hose me down.
I was like, hose me down.
That is abuse. Imagine like.
What do you mean? Imagine how like if you're a woman.
Like a dream.
Imagine if you're a woman. How don't you think you're a woman? Don't you think after like that whole project was done, you know, once every few days, you'd feel like, wow, I'm taking care of my man.
No, that is so just humiliating.
Wouldn't it make you love him more?
No.
Especially if he's like smoking a cigarette as you do it. He's like laying down.
I would literally, I would hate any man that subjected me to that, because that is humiliating.
When we move out in the middle of the woods, you'll be able to hose me down as much as you want.
Is that what you're gonna tell your?
Are you not?
Yeah, that's gonna be what we tell our kids.
That mommy washes dad's butt.
It's not like, it's like affection, and like the guy on his end, he'll listen to the woman talk, you know.
No.
And he'll like be like, oh, I agree with you. You're right. And then he, in his head, he's like, I don't agree with her. But like, he's going to lie about it. And it's humiliating for him, but it's showing his love for her. And for her, she's just going to watch his butt.
This sounds horrible. I don't like this marriage at all.
This is like the ideal marriage.
This is two people just like lying to each other.
Yeah. My ideal relationship is two people like gaslighting each other and fighting each other.
That's the ideal.
Mm-hmm. No. You want to have your partner, whether it's male or female, you know, you want to know, like, maybe one day I'll wake up and they'll have a gun against my head and they say it's over and they're gonna shoot me. You want to have that sort of dynamic where it's like,
I don't know what's wrong with the men on the side of Twitter.
I always
literally all of them say shit like this. I just want a woman who will fucking kill me. I just want a woman who will stab me.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Why would you want that?
You want someone who's unstable and that they don't know themselves, so they're easy to play with.
It's not easy to play with if they're going to stab you.
That just makes it more fun because men have faster reflexes. So if my girlfriend ever tried to stab me, I'd grab her wrist and I'd snap it away, and I'd do more taekwondo. And then she'd be even more in love with me because she'd say, "Wow."
I thought you were an incel.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the future if I get a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like all theoretical. I've never actually interacted with a woman in real life.
I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm. Is it true?
Is it?
Yes.
Are you actually a woman?
Are you using a voice changer right now?
No, I'm not using a voice changer.
There's been a lot of speculation. Are you a woman? Are you a man?
I am not a Indian man. No.
So you're setting the record straight?
So she's lying to us.
Do you think?
Yeah. He's lying to us. All right, Birdie, get the real questions out. It's time to interrogate him.
What do your feet look like? All of the questions I had prepared were like about feet.
I have very normal feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Where do you look? If this guy's bothering you, I can kick him off right now. I'll deal with it. I'll dox him right now for you, princess.
You should dox him as a foot fetish.
It's over.
I'll dox him, my queen, if you tell me to. Do you think that's attractive when guys call women goddesses and queen and princess?
Do you think women should be worshipped?
Not if you're like being pathetic and she doesn't even like you. That's gross. Like no one likes groveling like that. It's pathetic.
Sometimes I DM women I barely know and just like call them goddesses.
That's weird, dude. That's creepy. That's just like sex pest energy.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's icky.
Do you think it'll work?
No, I don't think it'll work.
You don't think that's alpha?
No, it's very insincere.
It's a wolf on the hunt.
No, I don't think women like that.
Would you describe, from your interactions with Birdie tonight, would you describe him as a wolf on the hunt?
No.
An alpha wolf on the hunt.
What is he a Sigma?
Someone who watches My Little Pony, as I was saying earlier. That's the vibe I get.
Mm-hmm. Which is alpha. Women love that.
No.
Women love women love twinks who watch My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
No, women like
I know someone like
twinks
that.
Mm-hmm.
Who like play guitar or like I don't know. They're in some sort of like creative.
They do like writing or something.
Yeah, they're a writer,
and they're
like a
violent felon.
Right.
Yeah, and they're schizophrenic.
Violent felon.
Yeah, and they know Taekwondo.
You don't know Taekwondo.
No, I don't think the women care about Taekwondo.
No, they're more into like jujitsu.
I think women would prefer Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
Yeah.
I think isn't that like a fake one though?
No, that's what the Mossad agents all learn.
I'm pretty sure it's a fake one that got made up by an ex-Mossad agent, and he got kicked out, and he came up with a fake thing to sell to Americans. And
it's not fake.
Krav Maga.
Like it's a thing.
No, it's real, but it's not like real. Like, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
Yeah, not against when you go up against somebody with Taekwondo skills. Krav Maga, it's like a joke, you know.
Oh.
I just like the Russian one.
No, it's Jewish.
Oh, okay.
It's Jewish, yeah. It's from Israel.
Yeah, that's how you know you can't trust it because it's
the Jays did it.
Yeah. But no, I think the thing that I'm trying to do with this podcast and other things is
get people to read Hegel.
No.
Very logo pilled.
Yeah, I'm trying to get people to know about Hegel. Oh, that's right,
because he steals all the content from this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. If you listen to
that's why he knows to read Hegel.
Yeah, and if you listen to his next, like he has a podcast now. If you listen to his podcast, the next episode is literally just gonna be this episode, just pitch shifted up a little bit, and he's gonna pretend he's gonna pretend one of us are him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really. I kind of admire the degree to which he's not putting any effort in anymore.
That's some audacity.
Yeah, but so you're not planning on doing a podcast or anything like that, or going on a media tour?
No, I go on other people's because people will invite me, and I have fun with it.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What other podcasts have you been on?
So my friends do this one called Mommy Bloggers. They're both like, right-wing women.
White nationalists.
like feminists. Maybe they don't use that label, but they're like me. And they're both, you know, moms with kids, and they just talk about all sorts of kind of right-wing stuff, gender stuff, you know, this kind of stuff that I normally would tweet about. And I really like going on there. I have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah, because you're checking out and stuff. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Have you got so the thing that I just every time like whenever I'm reminded, whenever like I see one of your tweets or something, it's like it's just so funny to the degree to which people like will melt down. Like,
I know. I'm still in shock by it.
Yeah.
What's funny is like people are like, I know you do this for bait. I know it's bait. I'm like, I literally actually don't think that people will get this upset by the thing.
Yeah.
That I say, and I genuinely just this is how I talk. Like this is just how I think. I'm not like out there like trying to elicit this crazy reaction, and I'm not like, purposely like wording things in a way that's
you just get bodybuilders so upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just the way I talk. I don't know. Maybe because a lot of women don't talk very
assertively. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
like
it's also you're very logical for a woman. You know.
Oh, thank you.
Even for a man, for most men.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way the men are responding to your things, but you know how women are. That most women they just like to bake cookies, like in the kitchen.
they just want to bake cookies. Yeah, that's it.
Bake cookies, play with dolls, and like crochet.
Aggressive women are rare to find.
Yeah, Birdie's always looking for a feminist woman.
I know he's so pilled.
Yeah, he's looking for a female dominatrix to control his life.
You want a femdom?
No.
He's lying. Did you hear that? Could you tell how he was lying?
Yeah, I know. His voice like cracked.
Don't say that. You're gonna make me upset if you start talking about that.
Can I like step on your face with heels, like with stilettos?
That's so gross.
Birdie's like, yes. He's like DMing you right now. Yes, you can.
I don't like when women talk about sex. It gets me upset.
She said she's women on your face, not like sex.
It's so gross. I hate that stuff.
Sex should be illegal.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's overrated. It's like, what's even the point, you know? I just want
children.
Yeah, and that's
babies.
Yeah, that's too much work.
Our babies.
Ew, why are you saying it like that?
Me and Radfem Hitler would make such beautiful Brady, you can't sexually harass the guest.
I'm not sexually
while they're on the podcast. You're telling her that you're gonna get married and have kids with her. That seems.
I never said I would get married.
Oh, okay.
I just said our kids would look
Puerto
amazing.
Rican, so he's just gonna like, impregnate the women's and leave.
Everyone I see.
Every woman. Yeah, don't feel. I'm sorry, Radfem or Dagny. I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to be so out of control today. He didn't take his meds today.
I'm sorry.
What medication do you take, Birdie?
Viagra. He takes Viagra.
How old are you?
And yeah,
I'm 37.
And you already need Viagra.
No, he's a 15-year-old Puerto Rican kid.
Don't tell her I'm 15. That'll make her more crazy.
Ew.
Don't tell her I'm 15.
Mm.
Dude, that's gross.
No, Birdie's like 23, 24, right, Birdie?
I'm 21.
Oh, he's 21.
You're 21?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone I interact with on here is such an infant.
Yeah, I'm 26. I'm old.
Okay.
Yeah, he's too old for you. He's
I'm old.
On his deathbed already.
Yeah, I'm decrepit. I bet you when you're surprised when you saw me on the video that I was using like a walker to get around.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's the only way to. That was the thing that made me really hate the city because I'm back now from the city. Is that my right foot, like the arch of it, was all like sore and swollen now, and that just means the city sucks.
The city did that to you?
There. Yeah. I don't know what else would have done it to me. I mean, it's not like somebody was like hitting my foot, you know.
My feet were definitely torn up after I was in New York because you walk around everywhere.
Yeah, you're like, I'll meet you in an hour. Then you get there, and they're like, I'll be there in 30 minutes. And you're like, well, weren't we supposed to meet? And you're like, I'm gonna walk to somewhere else. And you walk. That's the thing in the city. Is a lot of people don't realize is you can walk so many different places. Like, for me, being like a country kid, like you can usually drive places, you know. But in the city, you walk for as long as you would drive. Like, so you walk 40 minutes to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but in the country you'd have to drive for 40 minutes to get somewhere. And you know, I personally prefer sitting down to walking. But
lazy pilled.
Yeah, I'm lazy pilled. I'm
You don't want to go on your Lindy walks?
No, that's I wanted to ask you what your opinion on Paul Scalise was.
Oh, Paul Scalise. I was just saying today that I'm gonna go with him for Halloween, and I'm just gonna like dress as Shrek.
Mm-hmm. You say you don't like him?
No, he's disgusting. He literally looks like a creature.
I look exactly like him.
I mean, look, I like some of his tweets. Like he can be like funny in a very weird, unintentional way.
Mm-hmm.
But all his best tweets he always deletes. I don't understand that.
Yeah, because they're all racist.
Yeah, I know, but his best stuff he deletes. Mm-hmm. It's very annoying. And so like he's definitely like a funny presence on the timeline, but I just think he's like a weird, gross sort of person Gremlin, at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't want to like hang out with him.
You wouldn't want to chill with him in Chicago?
No, I don't. Yeah, right. He's in. Isn't he in Chicago?
No, I think he fled to a foreign country or something.
Did he leave? Okay.
Yeah, after he got his New York Times article, he had to get out of there.
Oh.
Yeah. That
When is there going to be a New York Times article on you, Paul?
Fairly soon.
You should need one.
I do need one, yeah.
When Paul finally snaps.
No, not that type of article. I mean, like
he's gonna be in there for like burning down the New York Times building.
Yeah.
Paul, are you allowed to own a gun ever?
Not well. It depends on the state. So like Alaska, I can, not New York. The funniest thing about being a felon is that in New York you're not allowed to buy a bulletproof vest as a felon.
That doesn't make sense.
Because like I guess if you're like a violent felon, then probably you're doing other stuff, you know. So they don't want you to like get like all like decked out and like go on like a rampage.
Yeah. Kind of mean.
Yeah, it's like you can't wear your seatbelt if you're a felon.
Yeah, like
you have to smoke.
Yeah. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing for me, like finding out like literally you can't buy a bulletproof vest. Don't ask me why I was looking up where to get bulletproof vests, but it was just something.
Have you been to prison?
No, I've just been to jail, not prison. It's like two different things. Prison's more hardcore.
Right. Well, jail sentences are like under a year, right? Like
it's under a year. Oh, you know the deal. You've probably been to jail. No.
Yeah, I've been to jail so many times.
Yeah.
Have you actually been to jail before?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to jail.
She's not white trash. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Birdie?
I was curious. She said that she's been to jail before.
Yeah. No, I was actually jail is a bit people hassle you more in jail. That's what I've heard, because it's like people who are trying to act tough and they're like losers, whereas prison, it's like everyone knows what they're getting and how long they're staying, and most of them just want to not like cause any problems to extend their stay, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, did you see how you offended her, Bertie?
How long were you in jail?
2 months.
Oh, so not bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Really, the only thing that's bad about it is like the food, which like really sucks. It's like worse than hospital food.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and like the commissary, which is like they'll bring around a little cart to buy like snacks and food or whatever, and like everything's like marked up like 400%. So it's like it's like $5 for a bag of Skittles, and you're like,
jeez.
Like, yeah. But still, yeah. But
did you meet some interesting people in jail?
I met one guy. Do you know like people who have like heroin voice? Like,
no, I don't know.
Do you know people who like do heroin a lot? Their voice gets all like scratchy and they talk like this. And it's like
really?
Yeah, their vocal like cords get like all like scratched up and torn up. So like they have like a really raspy from like snorting.
I thought you shoot it up.
Yeah, well, you can shoot it up. You can also snort it up. People start by snorting it up usually because that's less addictive. And eventually they're like, oh, I should just like shoot it up because it feels better. And then they get like really addicted.
Right.
That's sad.
But you like Dagny, you can feel free to like snort dope. Like if you really like want to, you know, it's totally safe.
No.
Yeah.
You should do heroin with me. Whenever you come to Florida, we'll do heroin together.
You live in Florida?
Yeah, he's a Puerto Rican in Florida.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, he's
what does that explain?
Just your whole
persona.
Deal.
I'm a Florida boy.
He's an He's an island
Are you
boy.
from like Latina Florida, or are you from like Confederate Florida, or are you from like Swamp Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Swamp Florida.
That doesn't answer the question.
All of them. Literally all of them.
Above. Okay.
Birdie's the original He's like the Confederate Puerto Rican guy. He has like a Confederate flag, and he walks around.
You should listen to Jimmy Buffett.
Wait, so you're like the meme where it's like Mexican or Hispanic teenagers, and it's like they've got like two paths they can choose, and one is act black, and the other is white nationalism.
I went both. I'm a black white nationalist.
I was gonna say you're Hispanic.
I want to kill the white nationalists and put my own white nationalism.
You're a
That's why we have to get rid of Hank Chill. We need to get rid of Hank Chill.
Hank Chill.
Yeah.
I still don't know who this is.
Will you send a message to Hank Chill that you want him dead?
I don't even know who he is.
Will you? He's a bodybuilder freak.
He follows all the soul bra teachings.
Then he should die.
Yeah. Will you help me kill him?
No, I don't kill people. Ew.
Will you help me dispose of Hank Chill?
You do the dirty work.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
Birdie's the bag man.
You're the Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Birdie's the Puerto Rican here. Yeah, no. Where do you see everybody that's doing stuff right now in like 4 to 5 years? Where do you think this is headed for everybody?
God, that is hard to say. I think a lot of people will have a mental breakdown. Like for real. Like I'm pretty sure the logo's close. I think a lot of people are just gonna like. Well, I guess they're gonna have to make a choice at some point. Like, are they just going to go off into the real world, be like a person in society again, and actually have a family and do that stuff, or are they going to double down and like literally just become entirely consumed by the screen?
Yeah, and are they gonna go to the New York City like film festivals for those people?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it depends on the person, but I think a lot of people have like left or quit or
I would never quit.
So I think that'll happen more and more, and eventually people are going to realize like the collapse, this big apocalyptic like collapse thing is like not going to happen.
It will happen.
No,
give it 5 years, and you'll see like
it's
stuff
not happening.
Get really crazy.
In 5 years, Birdie will be walking down the Florida streets with a machine gun and a bulletproof vest.
That'd be so funny.
It's not happening.
Birdie's like just pointing his gun at women, telling them to show him his feet.
God.
That's gonna be me if things go right.
Go right.
That's like the good ending.
The good ending is Birdie in the apocalypse, like bringing a gun around the streets, like pointing them at women, telling them to show the feet,
cutting off women's feet.
Like this.
like a serial killer almost, but like I can't be held responsible because the everything's collapsed.
So
I don't like this at all.
So you don't think anything's you think this is gonna continue? You don't think that like inflation is gonna like really like go off the deep end more than it has? And
no, I don't. I don't think we're gonna like have an actual collapse. I think like things will get steadily and slowly worse for the middle or like the lower classes as they have been.
And like the bottom like 80% or 70%.
While people in like the professional like managerial class, I think it's like Lindy Man says,
this is a message to all viewers of the Birdie and Paul podcast.
They're gonna keep living their lives as usual. Things are gonna go on as usual. And there's not gonna be like a big event. That's what everyone wants. Like everyone.
I don't think it's gonna be an event.
We
need to burn down
collapse, and I don't think that's what it's going to be at all. And so I think like because it's just going to be this slow march, right down. Things kind of getting worse for a lot of people, not everyone, but the certain bottom percentages. I think these people they'd be better off just trying to make sure that they're like not in that bottom percent. Like, as much as they want to like the PMC Bugman types. I don't know, if they like want to survive and they like want their children to have, you know, a real life.
Yeah.
Their best bet is honestly just to kind of try to make that happen.
To sell out.
Yeah, a little bit, not like entirely, but
my plan is to sell my little life rights for my life to like Netflix and get like a movie with Timothée Chalamet playing me.
Oh yeah.
And just make like millions off of that if my books don't work out.
You need to go like have another mental breakdown that's even more crazier than the past.
Yeah,
one.
now that I have books out,
and you need to get away with it.
Well, then if I get away with it, it won't matter because then nobody will know about it. So the thing is, if I'm going to do that for like advertising, I need to like get caught.
Well, you get caught in the end.
Well, yeah, but if I'm doing it for publicity, I have to like do it in a way that gets me caught. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You could so like that one girl, I can't remember her name now. I think she's like Russian or something, and she was like scamming all these rich people in New York. Pretending
the Theranos girl?
No, not Emily Holmes. This is like a different con artist woman. She was scamming people in New York, pretending she's like an heiress, basically, right? And get like just staying at these really expensive hotels and spending all this money and like just saying, "Oh, I'll pay you later." Like I'm an heiress, so it's fine, and just not doing it. And people just started like idolizing this woman, and she has a Netflix show coming out about her and her life.
About being a scam artist.
Yeah, about being a scam artist.
Yeah.
That's so easy.
That's awesome. That's the way to be, because that's like even the stuff that's successful now, like the managerial class stuff, is like it's all fake. Like it's like it's like scummy, and like it's like who can I screw over, and like just some people like, get better groups of people to screw over. So if you're gonna do that, you might as well just do it explicitly. Like you might as well just be, I'm a con artist. Like that's my thing, and that's kind of what I've done with my books and my personality wise online. Is just I'm an insane person. I'm demon possessed. I'm schizophrenic, and all that stuff is true, but you have to play it up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That was the funniest thing your friend said to me, was that she expected me to look like a heroin addict.
I guess she hadn't seen pictures of you, because you've definitely like posted face on the timeline. Yeah,
she said that you'd spam her like messages with my tweets, and she'd be like, "Wow, this person's really funny."
I send them in our in the group chat we have. Sometimes when I'm like up late at night and I'm like going through your tweets, and I send the best ones in the chat, because I don't know, like everything with like mentioning demons and stuff is just very funny to me. I have a very like juvenile sense of humor.
You love my tweets too, right?
I don't even know your tweets, Birdie. You won't tell me who you even are on Twitter.
I'm nobody. I don't exist. Don't go looking for me.
Well, then how can I like your tweets?
Don't worry about it. If you know, you know.
Interesting.
Birdie loves to play the mysterious character.
You're not very mysterious, though.
Yeah, I'm more mysterious than Birdie, to be honest.
Yeah,
I like
people. Paul alludes to like demons and crap, and Birdie, you just talk about how you like are a pervert and want. So
yeah, you don't think that's attractive?
You're not cultivating like a very strong sense of mystery here.
The
you
pervert
gotta take some
Puerto
cues
Rican. That's
from Paul.
his handle is the pervert Puerto Rican.
The person.
That's gonna be my new hat.
Can you make that your display name in all caps? Like how I do. Mine's in all caps.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned, is when women know how to do, they know how to use the letters that are not just the default letters. That's a big red flag. It shows
that is the biggest red flag.
Wait, no, women use the fonts.
Yeah,
the special fonts. It's
I don't use the fonts.
Or they use like have a bunch of emojis in their bio. It's like, okay, this is like a psychotic woman.
I've never used the fonts. I do have emojis in my display name.
You have like that wheel, the Dharma wheel.
No, I don't have the wheel. No. I don't have the racist.
That's a warning sign that the woman's actually a guy.
I don't have the esoteric racist wheel. I have. Let me check here real quick. Okay, yeah, I have I have all the like Saturn occultist stuff as my emojis. I've got a lizard, an eye, Saturn, the moon, and a black cube. So.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like throwing up your like signs like of what you are, what you're part of, you know.
Yeah.
A part of an evil Satanist cult.
Yes, exactly.
Is it true that you're a Satanist? That's the rumor I heard going around.
I've never heard that. I hope that's
When did you transition into a trans Satanist?
I'm not trans, Birdie. And I'm definitely not a Satanist. It's just my old at was Turf David.
But you are a Luciferian.
No, definitely
like
not.
Logo tells you. Like the logo says all.
No, he didn't say I'm Luciferian. He said I'm like world something. What was it? It was like some weird. God, I wish I remembered what it was.
But he was saying, Logo was saying that all computer science people are practicing like black magic.
Oh yeah, he was saying that about Rune, but I'm not a CS.
The thing is, that's crazy. Is like he's right about that, and that's how I opened myself up to demons. Is I learned to program, and all of a sudden Beelzebub started talking to me.
Everyone's opening themselves up to demons by like being on Twitter is the thing. That's why it's so.
But those
funny
are like the low level. Those are like the low level, like
the low level,
the
demons.
loser demons. Like nobody's a winner on Twitter, and especially not the demons. Those are like the.
So you're saying you get the cool demons by programming?
No, you get the trans demons from programming.
Well,
you don't know how many. You don't know how many times I've woken up and thought I should buy thigh highs since learning C#.
Stop.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that though. Okay, so I had a friend in college who was like in our libertarian group, right? And he majored in CS and got a very good job at Apple when he graduated. And suddenly, after a couple of months, when he moved to San Francisco, doing like computer programming or whatever at Apple or something, we see this weird picture of him on Facebook and his hair is kind of grown out, and we realize his name is now not Mark.
He's a trans.
It's Michelle.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Literally became a trans, and I guess it's because of the computer programming.
It is computer programming. It changes the way you think. I'm
what does it
the only man strong enough to learn hard. Well, it's like hard. It's like logic proofs, just nonstop. And
well, how does that make you trans?
Because being trans is the most logical thing you can be.
How is it logical?
Exactly.
Because you can be a woman plus you're a man. You're like, it's like the perfect hybrid. It's like
woman
plus.
Logical.
It's like woman plus.
Woman plus.
Yeah.
Trans
sound
women are women plus.
Well, no, it's I think it's it might not be like the programming itself. It's more the type of people attracted to it are usually on the autism spectrum.
Yeah, of course.
They're usually people who like look at hentai and like watch porn, and like if you do enough of that, you'll get like the mental disorder that causes like the desire to cross-dress and stuff. Well, speaking
do you think I should finish my computer science degree?
Yeah, I think you should. Birdie DM'd me earlier today. He's like, should I cross-dress? And
I didn't say that.
I was gonna screenshot and then he deleted it.
Can you become a cat boy, Birdie?
I don't know if you see this is grooming right here. I'm not gonna let it happen. I will never become a cat boy.
I think you'd rock it.
I'd rather die than become. Really?
Yeah.
You think I'd be a good cat boy?
You know what?
Is that real?
Wait, Birdie, you're saying like, how do I get a girl? Should I be a twink? Should I be a bodybuilder?
Yeah,
Neither.
You should become a gay man cat boy. Yeah.
No, not a straight cat boy like that. Okay, that one right wing guy who became a cat boy. What was his name?
There's a lot of those.
He was like a big Twitter guy or something.
I remember that what you're talking about, but I forgot his name.
I think you knew Fuentes or something.
No, he's not a cat boy. There was a guy.
No, it was one. No, I think Paul, you knew him.
He was married, or he is married, and then he literally became a cat.
Oh, that I know you're talking about the lose guy, like the Ulysses. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's like the reason. He's like an example of why everyone hates Quebecois people.
Well, yeah, they're perverts.
Yeah.
Literally every time they're a fucking pervert. It's proven right. Like what's his face? JF Garapi, literally a Quebecois. And then what do we find out? That he had like a relationship with like a girl who's like severely autistic and had the brain capacity of like a 10-year-old.
Are you taking notes, Birdie?
I'm taking that. So that's how the Quebecois do it.
Oh.
So I've got to be a cat boy, and then I've got to marry
the cat boy guy.
If you become a cat boy, you
I need to become a cat boy who marries a retarded girl. Okay.
No. JF is not a cat boy. He's just a Quebecois. Okay.
Yeah, you need to become a Quebecois and a cat boy.
How do I become French?
You can't become French. Don't become French. French is disgusting.
I'm gonna learn from Vers la Lune.
He's not French. He's Dominican.
He sounds French, so.
Well, the name is.
Yeah, it sounds like a French person.
He's not French.
He's like the only French person I know.
No, he's Dominican, which is why he's so fruity.
Mm-hmm.
You need to become a cat boy, and that's how you get the bitches.
Yeah, and paint your nails black. Paint your nails black, Birdie.
Yeah, you gotta like paint your nails and get like thigh-high socks and get like cat ears.
See, women. See, Birdie, this is why you can't trust women with their advice. They're just like sadistic when they actually have an opportunity to give advice, and they try to give you like really, really self-destructive advice that's gonna like ruin you.
Yeah,
because like most women like secretly like hate men, and I get it because I feel that way towards men and women. I have demons, but they're not trustworthy. Birdie, you can't. Whenever they say,
I can't become a cat boy.
You should become a dog boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a dog boy.
Yeah, and just walk around with like the Wilfred costume.
You could literally invent the category of dog boy.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
You'd be a visionary, and women love pioneers and visionaries.
Yeah,
okay?
I am a visionary.
To think about it.
Birdie, you wear glasses.
You know what I envision? The two of us married.
But what if he's
7 children?
What if he's if he's a dog boy? Do you think he'd think about it a little more seriously?
No, I envision me stepping on your feet with stilettos
while he's wearing the dog boy costume and woofing.
Yeah, while you cash at me.
There's something wrong with these women.
Oh, this has been good. We usually keep these around this time, a little longer, a little bit shorter, depending on the person. But what is the if somebody who listens to this who's read your tweets and they know they
hate you,
they hate you or they love you, or
haters of Radfem Hitler attack no. No.
I'm trying to
This is horrible.
Sorry, I was in control.
Yeah. But anyway, what would you? So the people who want to know about you, what you're really about, like, what would you, if you were like to be serious for a minute, what would what would you say to them if they're trying to figure out what the point of your account is or what you really think about things? What would you say to them?
That I'm literally just some girl online tweeting my thoughts. I'm not out there like trying to. I'm not actually like trying to like upset people / troll / make bait / quote sow discord in right wing spaces. I'm just someone who was right wing for pretty much like my whole life.
And then you got paid off. Now you're Antifa.
No. And I just saw a lot of flaws in what they were saying over time, and I've just kind of, I guess, graduated past the left right sort of paradigm.
Now
it's
demonic
like douchey
versus angel.
But yeah, it's just I think a lot of things are kind of somewhere in the middle, and that there's truth. There's kernels of truth kind of in every ideology, and that's just kind of what I'm having fun doing and figuring out. I think that's the point of life.
So you're just living your life, and it's having fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds it sounds a lot more mentally healthy than somebody talking about like somebody else plotting against them, and being paid by like billionaires to do it, or the deep state. It sounds like you're in a mental place that other people could probably do well to get to, and
probably
and it might be a good wake up call for some people listening to this to think like after listening to this and then comparing like this person talking to the people calling this person like a CIA plant or like Peter Thiel like spy or like Antifa like say maybe this person's lifestyle and like habits are a little more conducive to being healthy and being content with life and not worrying about being like you having your phones tapped or something.
My life My life has improved so much after meeting you.
Thank you, Birdie. Thank you.
Would you say your life has improved or gotten worse after meeting Birdie?
You saved me.
You should cash app me.
You saved my life.
Yeah, you need to start cash apping her every week.
Yeah, I'm gonna cash app you every week, princess.
Will you be one of my simps?
No.
Oh, okay. Well.
He keeps his pimp hand strong.
Wow. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm very heartbroken at this moment.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll protect you from him. Would you say that your life has gotten better or worse since talking to Birdie?
I think it's the same.
Much better.
I think it's the same, Birdie. Because, well, see, it would be better if you agreed to be a simp, but you just denied it. So, actually, it's kind of worse because now
I'm not anyone's simp.
Well, now my feelings are hurt, so it's kind of worse.
That's what I do with every woman. I break them. I break their hearts.
On that note, we're gonna end the podcast. Well, I'll put your Twitter handle in the thing. Is there anywhere else you want people to check out? Anything you want people to look into or see or think about? You know.
I'm only on Twitter.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. Like I said, I don't do like a podcast or book or anything.
But you have no religious or philosophical beliefs to push on people, right?
Some religious or philosophical beliefs.
Yeah, you don't have any like occult beliefs that you want to push on people.
Read some David Icke. I think a lot of the people already do, like, or at least a lot of people are obviously into like QAnon tier stuff, and a lot of that actually comes from like what David Icke's been saying for decades.
Yeah. So in summation, you're saying you support David Icke and you support QAnon. You're a QAnon supporter, and you think it's all correct. Is that right?
Stop steal.
I'm not a QAnon supporter.
And you're gonna go. You say we're gonna stop the steal in a month.
We are going to take back control. January 6th. Second anniversary.
All right. This has been the 30.
What's your
episode?
What's your cash app?
This has been the 38th episode. Goodbye.